on FM, AM, digital and online.
This is Andy Collins
on BBC Three Counties Radio.
It's a story that's being played out across many of our villages in the Three Counties. Residents in Aspley Guise want assurances that proposed new housing developments in the village won't make the roads worse. Thousands of homes are being proposed for the village, and it still remains unclear what, if any, money will be spent preventing the roads turning to gridlock in the mornings and evenings. Now, John Baker is an Aspley Guise parish councillor and a campaigner for local improvements, and he joins me on the line now. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning, Andy. Thank you for inviting me onto your show.
A pleasure, sir, and thank you for joining us. What are the roads in the village currently like at the moment then, John?
Well, to give you an idea of the amount of traffic passing through Husband Crawley, Aspley Guise and Aspley Heath, I think the figures are 45,000 cars or car journeys a week, and they were measured 3 or 4 years ago. This is largely because traffic is arriving at M1 Junction 13, lots of Central Beds traffic, lots of Central Beds residents, and lots of residents from I guess, Bedford and other areas, all seeking employment in Milton Keynes. They travel largely in one direction in the morning, and they travel in largely the other direction in the evening. What we have seen from the Central Beds local plan, or at least I should probably say the draft local plan, because it hasn't been approved yet, is an allocation of 3,500 homes to the north of Aspley Guise, and we can see from the Milton Keynes local plan that's been submitted for approval, 3,000 homes to the west of Aspley Guise. So we're seeing essentially homes being built all around us, and what we're not seeing is any firm detail on the infrastructure that we put in place to deal with these new homes and these new car journeys.
I mean, you're not alone. There are other villages that also have concerns like you. They've got houses popping up all over the place, and it seems to be a common worry, is it? That where's the infrastructure? Where are the roads? Where are the schools, the doctors' surgeries and stuff like that? Where are they going? It's okay having the houses, but you've got to have the infrastructure as well, haven't you?
No, absolutely. And I think as a nation, I think most people accept we need more housing. But residents need to be brought along with these housing plans. So if a local authority wants to build not just 10 or 20 houses, but 3,500 houses, they need to reassure residents that the money generated by developer payments to the community from those developments will improve their local environment.
But this is the question I want to ask you, and John, and actually, because you're Aspley Guise parish councillor and a campaigner, so you will have a bit more insights to this than me. With the local authorities, do they hold the power? It sometimes feel that the developers are the ones holding all the big cards, if you know what I mean. They wag the tail.
The local authority, Central Beds Council and Milton Keynes, sits down with the developer and has a negotiation over what money should be raised and how that money should be spent. And if, for example, a need can be identified for traffic calming measures or a new road, then the local authority can take that money and spend it on that new road. If a need is identified for improvements in education or in leisure centres, then the authority can do that. However, historically what's been happening, certainly with money raised in this area, is it's been pooled for other projects in Central Bedfordshire. So the Aspley and Woburn area of Central Bedfordshire has made a £47,000 contribution to projects outside of this area, such as a footpath in Flitton and a woodland centre in Malden. And I'm sure that those projects are hugely useful for those residents, but they're certainly not useful for our residents.
So do you think now that the attitude needs to change of, look, you can have these houses, but the first thing you've got to do before you even lay a brick to build a house is we want a road here, we want a bypass here, roundabout, traffic lights. Do all of that before you even start that build. But so why aren't we doing that? I mean, we've heard that in Aylesbury there's a new development spinning up, and we got assurances from someone from the council that we were talking to, can't remember the name, it was a few weeks ago, that they said we guarantee that roads will be put in first before even a brick gets built.
And absolutely, that's what has to happen. We have to have those guarantees. It's probably slightly unreasonable to say at the point that developer puts in planning permission, the council should build a new road. But the assurances and guarantees need to be there that from the point that an authority approves permission for X hundred, X thousand houses, that a clear timeline is in place to solve those residents' concerns. And it's the parish councils across Central Bedfordshire to tell Central Bedfordshire Council, these are our problems. These are the things that you should be addressing. And then they have a genuine expectation that Central Bedfordshire will turn around and say, these are the agreements that we've made with the developer. Are you happy with those?
It seems so obvious from the outside looking in. It just seems so obvious for the infrastructure to be in, the roads to be in, also when they build the houses to have more parking spaces than just one car. No one house has one car. Yeah, that seems to be that's all they've got to be able to provide. It just seems a no-brainer, really. What traffic measures do you want in your village then?
What we have, I think as I previously mentioned, a very busy road, and we have no safe way of crossing that road. Not a single zebra crossing, pelican crossing, or any point across this road where parents walking children to school from the north part of the village can cross the road to get to the school in the south. That's true for other villages along this stretch of road. If we want to live in a society where parents walk their children to school and not use a car, then we need to provide points where they can cross a road. And if we have 45,000 cars a week travelling along a road and a very busy road during rush hour, we need a zebra crossing. So it doesn't seem unreasonable to me that if a developer wants to build more housing, which will have some impact and create more traffic passing through a village, that we say to Central Bedfordshire Council, can you please ensure that some of that money is allocated for a road crossing?
I mean, because we have spoken about traffic calming measures being jointly funded by MK Council and Central Beds Council. Where are we up to with that?
We're not in a great position with that. Milton Keynes Council had agreed to pay £50,000 towards a £150,000 scheme proposed by Central Beds Council, and then Central Beds Council have since explained that they don't actually have the money, the other side. So Milton Keynes have put up their 50 and Central Beds don't have their 100. So we're in a difficult position, and the parish council is currently trying to work out what to do about that problem.
John, I really appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you very much indeed. That was John Baker, who's from the Aspley Guise Parish Councillor. He's an Aspley. And I'd like to hear from you. If you live in a village like Aspley Guise, are you concerned by the amount of houses that are being banded around in your part of the world, near your village? Or they're putting 2,000 there, 500 there, 600 there. Does it concern you? Does it worry you? Have you also got no infrastructure, no roads? Do you think this one road that we've got, it can't survive? It will be gridlocked. Love to hear from wherever you are if you're concerned by the amount of houses and developments that are spinning up around you. 03459 455 555 or text me on 81333 and start your message with 3CR. Time now for the travel and the news.